Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Rochelle. I'm going to lead you through a 20-minute hip opening flow. So if you have some blocks, go ahead and grab them just in case. If not, books or anything of this size will work. So let's get started. Supta Baddha Konasana. Come to lay on your backs. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. And let your knees go wide. Letting gravity do the work as we begin. And see if you can walk your heels a little closer to your glutes. Just test the water, see how that feels. And just start to scan your body. Using the breath. Sending it anywhere that's holding tension. Breathing into this hip opening. Slowly allowing the breath and gravity to open the hips here. Allow yourself to release any tension you're holding. Just let the hips open up a little bit more. Very slowly, take your hands to the outsides of your knees. Like a book, begin to close them back together. Go ahead and start to squeeze them into your chest. Give them a tight little squeeze. Then start to rock forward and back on the spine, very slowly to start. Creating some momentum here. Until eventually we'll come to that tabletop position. Stacking the hips in line with the knees. Shoulders over the wrists. Spread the fingers wide. Press into the palms. On an inhale, drop your belly, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Drop the belly for cow. Round the spine for cat. One more. Deep breath in for cow. Exhale for cat. Come back to a neutral tabletop position. Inhale that right leg long. And as you exhale, extend the right leg all the way out to the right. Your right ankle will be in line with your right hip. It should be on fire already. This is a hard position to hold. Flex that right foot towards your face. Press into the palms. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, tabletop position. Take one round of cow and cat here. Drop the belly for cow. Inhale. Exhale, round the spine for cat. Come back, neutral tabletop. Left side. Inhale the left leg long. Sweep it all the way over to the left. Left ankle in line with that left hip. Pressing the palms into the mat. Using the breath. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back, neutral tabletop. From here, curl your toes under. Lift your hips. Find your first downward facing dog. Pedal it out in your first down dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Making any movements that feel good in your body. Come to find some stillness. Spread the fingers wide. Press your palms into the mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and let it go. In through the nose. Let it go. One more deep breath in. And let it go. Activating that Ujjayi breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose. From here, lift your heels. Inhale. Bend your knees. Exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up, high mountain pose. Exhale and bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa through, high to low plank. Up dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, high mountain pose. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa through, high to low. Up dog to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Last sun A, lift your heels, bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale and bow. Rise up, high mountain pose. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Vinyasa through, high to low. Up dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale your right leg high. Then from here, bend and stack your hips. Reach your right heel towards that left glute, and then take your right knee higher towards the ceiling. Option to come to this left forearm. Look under the right armpit. Deep belly breaths. Lifting that right knee a little higher. Come back, three-legged dog to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Bend and stack the hips. Reaching the left heel towards the right glute. Left knee reaches towards the ceiling. Option to drop this right forearm. Look under the left armpit. Left knee is still reaching towards the ceiling. Come back, three-legged dog to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg high. Step it to the outside of the right foot. Drop this left knee, crane pose. So the right knee is over the right ankle. Inhale the arms high. You should feel this in the left hip flexor. Inhale, baby back bend here. Reaching the hands up and back. Deep breath in. Take an open arm twist as you exhale. Right fingers reach back. Left fingers reach forward. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale your hands to the mat. Step that right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg high. Step it to the outside of the left hand. Drop the right knee. Rise up, crane pose. Left knee stacked over the left ankle. Feeling this in the right hip flexor. Inhale for that baby back bend. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, take that open arm twist to the left. Left finger's back, right finger's reaching forward. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Left foot back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's do that again. Inhale the right leg high. Step it to the outside of the right hand. Drop that left knee. Crane pose. As you exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Step it to the outside of that left hand. Drop the right knee. Inhale, crane pose. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, right leg high. Step it to the outside of that right hand, drop the left knee. Crane pose. Open arm twist to the right. Back through center. Downward facing dog. Take your left leg high. Step it to the outside of that left hand, drop the right knee. Crane pose. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale your right leg high. Find that crane pose again. Outside of the right hand, drop that left knee. Rise up. And as you exhale, find that lizard pose. So walk your hands to the top of the mat. Feeling free to use your blocks here, if you have them. Stay here. Or you can come onto those forearms. You can come onto the knife edge of this right foot. You can plant this left hand on the mat. Take the right hand, press it gently to the inside of that right thigh. Feel an opening in the left hip flexor, opening in the right groin outside of the right hip. Breathing into the belly. We're here for 10 full rounds of breath. For 8. 6. 4. 2. Slowly walk out of this. Inhale back to that crane pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take that left leg high. Find that crane pose. Left foot outside of that left hand. Drop the right knee. Inhale, rise up, crane. As you exhale, find that lizard. Hands to the mat, arms to the mat. Take your option here. Coming onto the knife edge of that left foot if it's in your practice. Feeling this a bit more deeply. Settle in for 10 full rounds of breath. For 8. 6. 4. 2. Slowly inhale, come back to that crane pose. And as you exhale, come back to that downward facing dog. Take your right leg high. Find half pigeon, right knee behind that right wrist. Extending this left leg long on your mat. Option to play around with some blocks here. Maybe you take this under the right glute, right thigh. You can bring this under the left thigh, or maybe you bring it under your forehead. Walking your hands forward as you bow over that right leg. Taking 5 more deep breaths here. Sinking in a little deeper. Start to walk your hands under your shoulders as you inhale. Lift the chest. Swing this left leg all the way out in front of you. Then place this left foot on the outside of the right knee. Take your left hand, place it directly behind the spine. Inhale the right hand high. Exhale this right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, twist. Seated spinal twist. Gaze over your left shoulder. Pushing this right elbow into the outside of the left knee, feeling this in the hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. One more deep breath in. Exhale, come back through center. Send this left leg long. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Find that half pigeon on the left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg stays long. And find your option here using blocks if you have to. Finding using blocks helps me get into the poses a little deeper sometimes. So as you exhale, walk your hands forward, bow over that left leg. And settle in. And using your breath to sink a little deeper into this pose. Five more full rounds of breath here. Start to walk your hands under your shoulders. Lift your chest. Swing that right leg up and around. Plant the right foot on the outside of that left knee. Right hand plants behind your spine. Inhale the left arm high. As you exhale, take this left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Gaze over the right shoulder. Really pressing this left elbow into the outside of this right knee or right thigh. Feeling this on the outside of the right hip. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, come back around through center. Here you are. So for our final position today, we're going to take full frog. So this can be a pretty intense pose. So what I like to do, I like to fold my mat long ways. I'm actually doubled up right now. So folding the mat up long ways. Taking a block or two out in front of me. Bringing your knees onto the mat. Slowly walking yourself forward while pushing your hips back. And then bringing your knees in line with your ankles. And flexing the toes towards your face. And then pushing the hips back. I like to take blocks under my chest for some stability right here. So find your edge and try to stick with it. Really breathing into the hips. Settle in. If this pose is too much for you, come into half frog, laying on your belly, extending the left leg long, and then bring the right knee in line with the right hip. And I'll let you know when to switch sides. If you're in that half frog, go ahead and switch to the other side. Extend the right leg long. Bring that left knee up in line with the left hip. About 20 more seconds here. Inviting you to go a little deeper if you can. Finding your growth in this pose. So to get out of this pose, I start to walk my hands under my shoulders. I lift up my chest. Remove the blocks if you have them. And then I start to crawl my hands forward, releasing the hips, bringing the feet closer together, pushing my hands up, rolling onto my seat. Very gently, very slow. And then just come to sit, easy pose. Seated, meditative, tall spine. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Deep breath in and let it go. One more deep breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhaling your hands to third eye center. Love, light, and kindness. Together we'll bow. Namaste.